We're on the record in cause number 329808. The case is styled the state of Texas versus April N. White. We have Ms. White appearing via Zoom. Ms. White, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. White, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
may you may put your hand down, Ms. White. How are you doing, Ms. White? You doing fine?
Yeah.
That's good, Ms. White. I have before me an information that alleges that on or about March 21st of 2021, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed to Class B misdemeanor offense, possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 2A. Ms. White, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes.
And to this charge, Ms. White, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes. Yes.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
No more fight. No. No, sir.
But there's supposed to be some more information on this here judgment. I'm looking at the stuff at the bottom where you can't see it.
No, that's just the ink from the printer.
Okay.
So,
Now, Ms. White, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. White, I have before me a document that is called an information. In this document, well, actually, Ms. White, I have before me a document that is titled the misdemeanor plea admonishment. It is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. In this document on page 2, there are a set of initials on a line next to a box that's checked nolo contendere, which means no contest. The initials are AW. Did you place your initials on this
Yes.
document?
Yes.
And on the next page of the same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. And did you sign this document?
Yes.
On the
Yes.
next document, which is the trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, there is a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Did you sign this document?
Yes. Yes.
There are 2 boxes that are checked at the top of this document. The first box states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes.
The second box states that you're waiving, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Ms. White, there, did you sign a document over there that is titled the discovery certification?
Yes.
And now, Ms. White, prior to signing and initialing all of these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes.
Now, Ms. White, in the trial court certification to defendant's right of appeal, it states that this is a plea bargain case, you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And it also states that you're waiving your right to appeal, which means that you're giving up your right to appeal. Did you
Yes.
understand that?
Yes.
Now, you stated that your attorney went over these documents with you. Is that correct?
Yes.
Did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1. Would you also like to offer State's Exhibit Number 2, the probable cause affidavit?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Vasquez, do you have any objections?
No objections to exhibit 1 or 2, Your Honor.
Okay, no objections. State's Exhibit Number 1 and 2 are admitted. Mr. Vasquez, you have advised and counseled Ms. White. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
None, Your Honor.
Ms. White, your attorney, Mr. Vasquez, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes.
Ms. White, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your pleas and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Let's see if she has a magistrate's warning. Okay. Now, Ms. White, the state State, do we have a plea bargaining agreement again?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
It's 30 days in the county jail.
Okay. Ms. White, the state is offering that you serve 30 days in the Jefferson County Jail. You'll be given credit for any time that you're entitled to get by law. Ms. White, there is also court costs in this case of $327 to be paid prior to you being released. Ms. White, would you be able to pay the court costs in this case?
No.
Okay, now, Ms. White, I have before me an affidavit of indigency that was signed, or filled out by you and signed on June 22nd of 2021.
Yes.
Is everything true and correct on this affidavit of indigency?
Yes, I have no income whatsoever.
Okay, the court is going to take judicial notice of the affidavit of indigency that's in the court's file, that was signed on June 22nd of 2021. And the court is going to find that Ms. White is indigent, and therefore pursuant to Article 42.15, the court is going to waive the court costs. Now, Ms. White, what that means is you will not have to pay the court costs because you're indigent, and the court is going to find that you are indigent, and therefore the court costs will be waived. So let me read this to you, state this to you again. That's 30 days in the Jefferson County Jail. The court cost of $327 will not be, you will not have to pay it because it will be waived pursuant to Article 42.15 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. Ms. White, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. White, and do you think that the state's offer is fair and just?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay, Ms. White, I will follow the plea bargaining agreement that you've entered into with the state. Ms. White, please follow the bailiff. This will conclude your case, and you have a blessed day.
You too. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Poor thing.
We're on the record in cause number 316286. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Kerbin Kamel Keller. Mr. Keller, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Keller, do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Keller, you may put your hand down. How you doing, Mr. Keller?
Good.
Mr. Keller, I have before me a motion to revoke your probation. In this motion, it alleges that on March 20 of 2018, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you were found guilty for the offense of evading arrest, and your punishment was assessed at 30 days confinement in the Jefferson County Jail, a fine not to exceed $750. And that confinement was probated for a period of 1 year. The state filed a motion to revoke your probation on January 25th of 2019. In this motion, there are four allegations. The first allegation, now state, I'm looking here on the misdemeanor plea admonishment. He's pleading to allegations 1 and 2. is state of abandoning allegations 3 and 4?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Keller, the state is abandoning allegations 3 and 4, so therefore we will only proceed on allegations 1 and 2. Allegation 1 alleges that you failed to report to the Jefferson County Probation Office as ordered by the court for the months of November, December of 2018 and January 2019 as directed in violation of your probation order. Is that true or not true?
True.
True? Okay. Allegation 2 alleged that you failed to work faithfully at suitable employment as far as possible as ordered by the court in violation of condition 6 of your probation order. Is that true or not true?
True.
Now, are you pleading true to allegations 1 and 2 freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading true because they are true?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're gonna have to speak up.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's good. Now, Mr. Keller, I have before me a document that is titled the misdemeanor plea admonishments. On this document that's titled misdemeanor plea admonishments, which is State's Exhibit number 1, on page 2 of this document, there are a set of initials KK on a line next to a box that's checked MTRP, which means motion to revoke probation, true to allegations 1 and 2. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have to speak up.
Yes, sir.
All right. And on page 3 of this document, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Did you place your signature on this document?
Yes, sir.
And on on the next document, which is the trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Did you sign this document?
Yes, sir.
And at the top of this document, there are 2 boxes that are checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And the next box states that you're waiving your right to appeal, which means that you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Keller, prior to signing and initialing these documents that I just mentioned, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer State's Exhibit number 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections?
No objection, Your Honor.
No objection. State's Exhibits number 1 and 2 are admitted. Mr. Vasquez, you've advised and counseled Mr. Keller. Is there any evidence that he's currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Keller, your attorney, Mr. Vasquez, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Keller, I will accept your plea of true to allegations 1 and 2. I will also find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your pleas and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to revoke your probation, and your probation is hereby revoked. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
20 days confinement in the county jail, and the defendant has 20 days credit to his time served with court cost and fine, tax required.
Okay. Mr. Keller, the state is offering that you serve 20 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not have to serve any more time in jail on this case because you've already served 20 days in jail. Therefore, you will be given credit for time served. The court cost in this case, Mr. Keller, is $237, but you would not have to pay that, Mr. Keller, because the time that you spent in jail has already paid it off. Therefore, the court cost will be taxed and retired. Mr. Keller, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Keller, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Keller, this will conclude your case. You can follow the bailiff. And Mr. Keller, you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. You too. Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Fitzgerald, so we can tell him he's reset, before he does it, what he chooses.
It's Fitzgerald.
Yes, sir, he has pending felony.
I don't have the paperwork on Fitzgerald.
Your Honor, I didn't
Your Honor.
speak with Mr. Fitzgerald. He had a pending felony, so we didn't proceed on his cases.
Okay. All right. So we don't, Mr. Fitzgerald,
Yes, sir.
just, you can take him back.
Okay.
All right. That was this one.
John Moore, Your Honor.
Let's see, John Moore, this 10. We're on the record in 3 cases. The first case is cause number 329510. The second case is cause number 329869. And the third case is cause number 329955. All 3 cases are styled the state of Texas versus John Edward Moore. Mr. Moore, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Moore, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Moore, you may put your hand down. Mr. Moore, how are you doing?
John.
You doing fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Moore, I have before me an information that alleges that on or about March 2nd of 2021, hold on a minute. Oh, let me do this here. Actually, Mr. Moore, I have a motion to revoke probation before me. And in this motion, Mr. Moore, it alleges that on June 3rd of 2021, that you were found guilty for the Class A misdemeanor offense of trespassing, and your punishment was assessed at 365 days confinement in the Jefferson County Jail and a fine of $500. And the confinement was probated for a period of 2 years. On June 17th of 2021, the state filed a motion to revoke your probation. In this motion, there are 2 allegations. The first allegation alleges that you committed the offense of violation of a protective order on or about the 4th day of June of 2021 in the Jefferson County, state of Texas, against the peace and dignity of the state in violation of condition 1 of your probation order. Is that true or not true?
True.
Allegation number 2 alleges that you made contact with Penny Johnson on the 4th day of June of 2021 in violation of condition 17 of your probation order. Is that true or not true?
True.
Are you pleading true to allegations 1 and 2 freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading true to these allegations because they are true?
True. Yes, sir.
Let me do this. We need to go off the record for a minute.